Hi BookTube! I'm here today to just kind of tell you what I've been reading. Awake and Dreaming by Kit Pearson. This is a middle grade novel, but it's really mature. It's about a young girl in this horrible family situation who dreams she gets adopted by the perfect family, and she eventually wakes up and finds that it wasn't real. And it's amazing because the depiction of poverty and the situation her mother in, she doesn't hold back at all. Then I listened to Roots by Alex Haley. I don't think there's anything I could say that hasn't already been said about this. It is a history of one man's family from Africa being taken as a slave over to America, and the descendants from that family. I just think it's an amazing story that everyone should read. And then we have The Marrow Thieves by Cherie Dimelane. It's the only Canada Reads book I got to this year. It's really cool. It's about this world in the near future where white people have stopped dreaming. And they're trying to extract the cure from First Nations people who are now on the run. But it's not in your face, this plot. That's more of like the background situation to what's going on. It's more about the characters and how they're developing as a family and trying to recapture their culture and their language and their beliefs. And it's really quite beautiful. Then I read Jerusalem Book 1 by Alan Moore. Alan Moore, you may recognize his name from graphic novels. He did like The Watchmen and V for Vendetta, but his writing is amazing. He talks about everything from relationship to theories on time to math, and just everything you could possibly think of is in this book. So it's a series of kind of interconnected stories that all take place in Northampton in various time periods. And it's just well written, and there's some really great insights into it. I did a reread of Gould's Book of Fish by Richard Flanagan. I'd go on and on about this book that I call my favorite, and then I realized I couldn't really remember a lot of it. I remembered why it was a favorite because the writing is just amazing, but I couldn't remember a lot of the plot. So I decided to reread it, and it stands up. The writing style is awesome. It's non-linear. There's digressions. There's humorous metaphors. The unreliability of the narrator. And then I don't know what was up with me because I did another reread. I usually don't reread at all. This was Neuromancer by William Gibson. It's a cyberpunk novel from 1984, and it is kind of dated. It's about a hacker who can enter the Matrix and is then coerced into making a run against or for this really powerful AI. It was okay. I can understand its place in science fiction history, but it's not something I'd tell everyone to go out and read. And then I read Night Film by Marisha Pessl, and I should have learned my lesson. I absolutely could not get into special topics and physics or whatever that book was called. I'm going to do a whole review on this book and how bad it was. It's horrible. Don't even know why I bothered finishing it. It's racist, sexist, homophobic. The writing is horrible. She really likes italics. She doesn't think that her readers are smart in any way. New York is magical, and Pessl has never really seen a disturbing movie. That's the basic summary of what my video is going to be. As for what I'm currently reading The Dodecahedron, or Frame for Frames by Paul Glennon. This is really good. It's a series of 12 stories that are all loosely connected. The first one begins with a boy eating books. I'm also reading The Painted Bird, as in I've only read like 2 pages. And this is a young boy escaping the Holocaust through war-torn Europe. And it is very disturbing. And then I'm reading Jerusalem Book 2 by Alan Moore as well. So that's what I have been reading and what I'm currently reading. Let me know what you're currently reading, and thank you for watching.